getting close to crunch time, 22 days, and we're more than excited. It's all we can think about. So yeah, let's get into the season.
Good morning, guys. It is the morning of September 14th. It is opening morning. It is 3:50 in the morning. I just left the house. I am on my way to the woods. It is pretty warm this morning, I'm not gonna lie. I wish it was a little bit cooler, but I'm gonna have to try to get them at first light. That's gonna be the best chance this morning. Try to get them when they're moving very early. So, wish me luck. I'll be out to the woods in probably 25 minutes, 30 minutes, and then hopefully sitting up in the tree by 5 o'clock, 5:15. Shooting light is around 6 o'clock. So, just to be all set up and settled in when shooting light rolls around, be ready to see if anything comes through. So, I'll see you guys when I get to the woods. It's about 6:10 right now. Shooting light was at about 6 o'clock, 6:05, but it's still pretty dark here in the hardwoods. A lot of the trees have still have a lot of leaves on them, so there's heavy cover. I'm looking at the field edge right now. It's pretty light over there, but where I'm at, it's still pretty dark. So it's a waiting game. I've been in the saddle for about an hour, 45 minutes around there. Just settling in, staying quiet. So, it's just a waiting game from here on out. I'll probably sit for a few hours, then get down, but it's opening morning, so let's hope for the best. Good morning, everybody. It's a day we've all been waiting for. September 14th, opening day of Wisconsin archery season. I'm out here set up next to a cornfield and right on the wood line here. I got a camera in here, right on an apple tree where I've had deer feeding all summer long. Bugs, does. Lately with the warmer weather though, the bugs have been not too consistent, kind of staying nocturnal. Hoping that the does though, they come through. I mean, early season, I'm really hoping to get some meat in the freezer and put a doe down, so stay tuned and stick it out and hopefully get one down. Alright guys, a little update here. It's about 8 o'clock. Morning's been pretty slow. Bunch of squirrel hunters out here. I mean, it's insane. I've had literally a 22 bullet whiz right above my head and shots just ringing off everywhere behind me. I didn't think it was going to be this bad here, but I mean, it's public land, so what can you say, I guess. We're going to stick it out here for probably like another hour or so, see how it goes for the rest of the morning, but keep you updated. Alright guys, we're all set up now. It's a little after 4 o'clock. Set up in a little bowl with crossing trails all the way, through this way and through that way. So, hoping for a doe. Would be ecstatic about a buck. I mean, I know nothing about this spot. Just the walk in here was terrible. I wish I would have known a better trail. Got covered in burrs and sweating so bad. But maybe that's that little hill I gotta come over to be able to walk away with a public land deer. I never shot a public land deer before, only private land. Been hunting public land for 4 years, and hopefully tonight I can get a doe.
Well guys, it's just after 5:40 now. The sun is finally setting below the trees. So we have until 7:22 today, but with the sun finally getting down below the trees, I can actually feel, like I actually felt the air cool down. So It's kind of just like ringing a dinner bell, and these deer out here in this marsh, swampy area are hearing that and just want to come get a little snack before they head out to the farm field. That's probably 200 yards behind me. It's all corn, so hopefully they swing by pretty soon and we can get an arrow in one. Alright guys, well that's gonna wrap up opening day here in Wisconsin. It is 7:22, which is the end of legal shooting light, so I'm gonna start backing up and unfortunately I didn't see anything this evening, but I know there's deer in this area when I keep it scouted in and don't walk right up on me, so it's kinda just playing cat and mouse with these deer, especially with this pressure. It's just you gotta stay consistent, you gotta stay undetected, and hope that everything plays out, all the puzzle pieces to come together for you. So Riley had a deer come past him at 50 yards this evening, but wasn't able to get a shot, just too far, took the wrong trail. So we're both going to be back out here tomorrow evening, and that's where we'll pick it up later. Alright guys, we're finally up in the stand. It is currently 3:40 in the afternoon. It took me about 35 minutes to walk in and get everything set up. So it's Sunday, September 15th. Very warm today. Again, opening weekend has been very not what I wanted, not what any bow hunter wanted. It's been like 85 degrees, but the weather is showing that about 5-6 o'clock it's actually supposed to drop to about 75, 73, somewhere in there. And so I'm really hoping that drop is because that's when the sun gets below the treetops. So especially here inside the woods, it's gonna get shaded and really cool down. There's been acorns falling the entire time I've been coming in. So I'm really hoping that once it cools down, these deer want to come feed on these acorns and we can get something close and get it on film and hopefully shoot one. So I'll keep you updated throughout the day, but it's kind of the same as yesterday. Just gonna sit here and wait and don't really expect to see much until later in the evening, that last hour of shooting light. So let's hope to get one tonight.
What's going on, guys? Day 2 of the opening weekend of archery season here in Wisconsin. Just got all set up in a spot. I'm sitting in the same spot as I was last night, just on a different tree on the opposite side of the bowl. Last light, I seen a deer pass through all this thick stuff behind me. Got one glimpse at it, and I couldn't tell what it was. I couldn't see, so that's why I'm sitting over here today. It's hot, as you can tell. I'm sweating. It's a heck of a walk in, but I'm here to sit it out for the rest of the night. Sunday evening, got work tomorrow, so hopefully we get one.
Alright guys, it's just about 5 o'clock now. Haven't seen anything, haven't heard anything really, except for like maybe 45 minutes ago out here in this marshy tall grass where I know these deer are bedding and coming from. It sounded like I heard a fawn start like bleating and making noise, but by the time I really like heard it, on top of all the other noises that were around, like all the birds chirping and the squirrels making noise, it stopped making noise. So I'm almost positive it was a fawn bleating, but I couldn't quite tell for sure. So haven't heard anything else, haven't seen anything. So we're gonna stick it out. I'm really hoping that in the next hour or so we see something and something comes by. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully something happens for Riley tonight too. He's only probably 200 yards up on the other these deer are coming out of their bed and either going up to the point of that ridge where he is, where it's kind of a funnel, or they're coming up here and hitting this pinch and going out to the farm fields to feed. So really hoping something happens. So it is now 5:46 and my wind just completely shifted, and I'll show you guys here. Before, it was kind of coming at me like basically from directly behind you guys and blowing up this ridge behind me, and it's kind of a marginal wind at that. I'd really like it to be coming completely this way, going up this ridge, but I gotta do what I gotta do. But now it completely switched on me and is blowing right down in front of me. I'm really hoping either the wind completely dies and just sits, or switches back pretty soon here, because right now it is not ideal, but it's public land, so these deer also are kind of used to smelling people, but they still don't like it. So we're gonna see what happens, but it's kind of heartbreaking in a sense, but I don't know. We're gonna stick it out no matter what, but I don't really know what to say, so we'll see what happens.
Alright guys, a little update. It's 6:40 and 20 minutes ago I had a doe roll through real fast right through the thick stuff. I couldn't even get her on film. I think she headed towards Hunter, so I let him know, but I don't know, I haven't heard anything from him. It's been 20 minutes, so she probably skirted around us. We got maybe another half hour till I can't see anything in here. And yeah, we're gonna stick it out. Hopefully another one comes through closer this time. What's going on, everybody? It's September 20th, and I've been in the stand for about a half hour now. In the same spot as I've hunted twice in the past, where I've seen a doe, like at last light. This time I'm set up kind of exactly where I think she's been every time that she's been here. The first time I kind of just got the general area, got a real fast glimpse of her, couldn't see. Second time, I made the move, got to where the general area where she was. Seen her again, now was off maybe by, another 40 yards, because she was in all the thick stuff. There was no shots for me to go shoot where she was at. And now this time, I'm set up right exactly where I think she was. There's trails coming right underneath me. There's acorns falling. I mean, tonight's looking like a good night, except for the weather. I mean, it's hot and the pressures are low, but we're gonna stick it out. These deer gotta feed somehow and sometime, so hopefully they come and get these acorns and I can get a shot at one. That one up. It was perfect, picture perfect. She was coming right down the trail to me. And, yep, as soon as I went to grab my bow and bring it over to the side of the tree, the arrow hit a limb. She froze dead in her tracks. I hid behind my tree and, waited a little bit before I peeked out. When I peeked out, she was already turned around, ears pinned back, and just slowly walking off. And then she got to this clear, little clear spot. I got my bow fully around, drew back, thought she was gonna stop in this opening, quartering away pretty hard, but it's good enough to make a shot. And she just kept walking through. I couldn't stop her. But that's how it goes. I mean, we still got a lot of time left. We're gonna sit her out, and hopefully another one walks through. That's 2 so far. So that's the most in one sit I've seen all season. So it's good. Hunter's not hunting today, but he just sent me a picture of his trail camera. That's I'd say probably 100, 200 yards away from me on a trail that's heading my way with a doe on it. So hopefully she makes her way this way. It's the trail that they usually like to run, so I'm hoping so. rested up for the night. It's a little after 7 o'clock now. As you've seen, a lot of action tonight. Lots of does in here feeding. Wish that one would have worked out, but hey, that's hunting. I'm glad I got to see got a lot more intel about this spot. It's funny that most of those deer were kind of in the area of the tree that I sat the first time I sat in here. So if I would have sat there, I probably would have had a shot at, taking some of those deer, but that's all right. I'm still happy with the night, happy with how it went, so, yep, that's it for tonight.